All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to go racing. Heat number one, Timmy Martin and Scott Snodgrass on the front row. Ed Sr. and Stephen Choate on the second row. Vern Spring, Kirk Marble on the third. Riley Maricchio and Edmund Jones round out the field for Heat 1. Also worth noting, right at the end of qualifying, Kyle McRecken Martin made it in. All the drivers getting on the grid. Everybody lined up, ready to go. Just waiting for the pace car to start rolling. And here they go, and it looks like Timmy Martin will start at the back. Just under a half-mile track, 23 degrees of banking in the turns. 7 degrees of banking on the straightaway and a big bump out of turn 4. It's gonna get exciting here tonight. And the return of multiple drivers tonight, including Ed Sr. back in the car. It's going to be a fun one with everybody back out on track. Pace car is in, green already in the air. Scott Snodgrass at his home track shoots it into one. Already problems out of two. They're 3 wide. Now they settle back into 2. Vern Spring able to shoot the gap. He is already up to second. Ed Sr. has had a problem. Kirk Marble now in third. Looked like Vern was a little loose. Kirk gets by on the high side into second. Oh, another wreck on the backstretch. Stephen Choate, Vern Spring involved. Riley Maricchio currently in fourth of 3 spots. Already has the fastest lap and the only lap under the 17-second mark. But it is Scott Snodgrass still out front. Can he get a heat win at his home track? Scott has an 0.8 of a second lead as they battle for second. Edmund Jones underneath. A lot of bobbling out of turn 4 with 3 laps to go. Riley Maricchio lurking right behind, now in 4th. Timmy Martin in 5th. Stephen Choate back in 6th. Vern Spring in 7th. Ed Sr. back in 8th. White flag is in the air one more time around. Edmund closing the gap, but will he have enough time? Through turn 3 and 4, Scott's gonna do it. He'll win heat number 1. Edmund Jones takes second at the last minute. Kirk Marble goes to third. All right, here we go. Heat number 2. David Lux and Michael Cray on the front row. Andrew Thornton and Matt the Maniac on the second. Kyle McRecken, Martin, and Cody Kennedy on the third row. And the return of Chance Maderick and CJ Almond on the fourth row. This heat likely to get a bit wild. And it looks like Michael Cray will be dropping to the tail. Looks like a little bit of confusion as they sort it out. So Andrew Thornton and the Maniac on the front row. Also, Mad Moniac's paint scheme tonight suspiciously looks like a Wonder Bread. No, looks like a Pepsi car here tonight. He's really got to get a Jeff Gordon paint scheme on. All right, here we go. The green flag drops almost the moment the pace car hits pit road. Things about to get wild. Pace car is in, green flag in the air. Heat number 2 underway. The Maniac on the high side sends it deep into 1 and 2. Matt to the lead. Thornton in second. McRecken up high. Cody Kennedy closing in. CJ Almond on his way back up. Chance Maderick fell way behind right off the start. Not sure what happened, but man, what a battle we have up front. Andrew gets loose out of 4. Oh, Cody Kennedy gets caught. David Lux has the fastest lap so far. Lux to 4th. McRecken, no, McRecken's loose. Moniac got loose. Everybody gets it gathered up. They are sliding him out of the turns. Moniac's around. Thornton manages to survive and make it by. But that hands the lead over to Kyle McRecken Martin. Andrew Thornton now to second. David Lux in third. 3 to go for McRecken. CJ Almond back in the car tonight in 5th. Chance Maderick, no fender, full sender, up to 4th. 2 to go. Heat number 2 has been even more wild than the first one. The feature might get crazy. White flag is out. One more lap around in heat number 1. McRecken has a 1-second lead. And off into turns 3 and 4, McRecken will pull off the win in heat 2. Andrew Thornton coming home in second, David Lux in third, and McRecken drifting it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go, the big event. Scott Snodgrass and McRecken on the front row. Edmund Jones, Andrew Thornton have the second row. Kirk Marble, David Lux on the third row. Riley Maricchio and Chance Maderick have the fourth row. Timmy Martin and CJ Ullman Rounding out the top 10, Stephen Choate starts in 11th next to the Maniac in 12th. Vern Spring starting in 13th, Cody Kennedy 14th, Ed Sr. in 15th, and Michael Cray in 16th. I will see what I can do, Chance, but you have to full send it, buddy. Scott Snodgrass got the heat win here at his home track tonight. Can he pull off the feature win? I know talking to him pre-race, he wanted it bad, but man, he has to start next to McRicken, Thornton, and Edmund Jones right behind him. It is a stacked field here tonight. Scott is definitely going to have his hands full if he can pull off the win. Here we go. Pace car about to drop in. The green flag flies right now. Green flag is underway at New Smyrna. And Kyle sends it deep through 1 and 2 to the lead. Everybody side by side through 3 and 4. We saw a lot of problems there. Heat 2, everybody makes it, but now they're trying to go 3 wide. They are sliding all over the place out here tonight. Timmy Martin has got a great view of this. Let's see if we can take a look from his in-car. Down the back straightaway, headed into turns 3 and 4, and you see how much these cars are moving around. They said in the pre-race it takes about 5 laps to get all the heat into them. You have loose cars coming into 2, everybody survives. Chance Matterick had a problem briefly off track. He is going again, but is dropped to 11th. McRicken still in the lead. Edmund in 2nd. Scott in 3rd. Andrew Thornton in 4th. Kirk Marble now in 5th. But Riley Maricchia, last week's winner, on the attack. CJ Allman back in a tour mode tonight, currently in 7th. Vern Spring on the march up 4 spots into 9th. Oh, and Timmy Martin has a big advantage tonight. He has got John Barry crew chiefing for him. John's such a fast driver that you got to think having him on the box, being the crew chief, gives you a bit of an unfair advantage. Let's take a quick look and see what happened to Chance a moment ago. There's Chance in the 1 car. Out of turn 2, there was a car in the wall. Chance ends up going down, gets a little air, and keeps her going. Ed Sr. has had a problem, as has David Lux. There's Ed Sr. coming out of turn 2, loose once again. That has been a common theme here tonight. And David Lux, who is in the middle of the battle, loose out of turn 4. but keeps her out of the wall. And a battle for the lead for the first time tonight, Edmund Jones underneath. You gotta hand it to the drivers out here tonight. They have held on to him. Managed to keep this race green so far despite some of the insanity we have seen on track. Stephen Choate also on the move. He is now up into 6th place. Great to see Stephen back out on track. Edmund now into the lead, but McRacken all over his bumper, practically pushing him into the turn. Scott, whoa, almost got a piece of McRacken. Cody Kennedy up into 10th, trying to close the gap on Chance Madrick. And since we know John Berry is crew chief for Timmy tonight, John, what's Timmy saying out there? He's currently in 11th and has had a wild, wild ride. Timmy Martin, one of those guys that has avoided all the chaos around him so far here tonight. Edmund Jones starting to close in on his dad, Ed Sr., after Ed had problems earlier. The top three have a little bit of a breakaway on now 4th place, Scott Snodgrass. Riley Maricchio now up into 3rd. Oh, close call between Scott and Stephen Choate. They are nose to tail. Oh, Choate into the wall. He gathers it up and keeps going, but he lost a lot of ground. Then he gets hit and has backed it into the wall. No caution, he manages to get it. Now the caution is out. First caution of the night, lap 22. And it has been a whole lot of chaos. Let's take a look at what brought the caution out. There's Stephen Choate. We saw him have problems. He just got it gathered up. The 97 just gets loose. Gets into him. He backs it into the wall. Does get it rolling once again. But he lost a lot of ground. CJ Allman looks like he is taking the EOL on that one. That kind of was a racing deal. I don't know if penalty was warranted on that one, but that is some great sportsmanship by CJ Allman. Edmund Jones in the lead. Kyle McRacken Martin in 2nd. Riley Maricchio now in 3rd. Scott Snodgrass in 4th. Kirk Marble in 5th. Andrew Thornton in 6th. Cody Kennedy now up 7 spots into 7th. Chance Madrick in 8th. Timmy Martin up to 9th. Michael Cray in 10th. Cray up 6 spots already. Michael Cray, Cody Kennedy, the two biggest movers of the race so far, but Riley Maricchio is working his way forward. Everybody stacked back up, ready to go. Pace car is in. Green back in the air. Edmund gets a perfectly timed launch into the lead. Kyle gave the wall a little bit of a kiss out of turn 2. Matt Moniak looking to the high side on Vern. The lead group single file for the moment, but it looks like Kyle has a run on the outside. And Kyle with that high line advantage on corner exit got the momentum. Edmund able to send it deeper into 1 and 2, but Kyle gets the better run off and reclaims the lead. And now Riley Maricchio looking for second place. Andrew Thornton now has his hands full. Cody Kennedy on his bumper. Chance Maddock, Timmy Martin, and the Maniac lurking right behind. Michael Cray now up 3 spots into 13th. CJ Allman has come to pit road. Looks like might have had a penalty. He rolls back out, but he is 5 laps down. Possibly going to end up being 6 laps down. Looks like everybody's got some heat in the tires. Oh, Andrew gets a little squirrely out of turn 4. But for the most part, looks like everybody has found a little grip on exit. Caution is back out, lap 32. Looks like Cody Kennedy and Chance Maddock involved. Let's see what happened. Remember, Cody had been making his way up through the field. Oh, he has to check up in a big way for Andrew Thornton. Chance Maddock, Timmy Martin just have nowhere to go. They all 3 minimal damage and get rolling again. Edmund Jones has gone to pit road. He is getting fresh tires. That is unexpected. CJ Allman getting waved around to get one of his laps back. So Kyle Martin still in the lead, but he is about to have his hands full. Last week's winner, Riley Maricchio, on his bumper. Scott back up into 3rd, Kirk in 4th, Andrew Thornton sitting in 5th. Matt the Maniac Moniak now in 6th. Stephen Choate in 7th. Vern Springs still lurking in 8th. Michael Cray now up to 9th, and David Lux in 10th. It has been a wild night so far at New Smyrna. If you missed any of the race, don't worry, we will have it on our YouTube channel later tonight. As we mentioned earlier, this is one of those tracks where just as the pace car hits pit road, the green flag drops, making restarts even more crucial. And speaking of restarts, looks like McRecken is choosing to restart on the high side. First time we have seen that here tonight. However, we have seen that high line through the turns be extraordinarily fast on corner exit. Kyle wants any advantage he can here tonight. Pace car in, green back in the air. And caution back out on the restart. Looks like Vern Spring and David Lux both involved. See what happens here. Looked like there was a bit of a checkup on the start. Vern had to slow down and move up just a little bit. The blimp a little bit high tonight. Let's take a look from the chopper. Yeah, that inside line accordion. Vern was still trying to come up to speed. David Lux came back up just a little too soon. That did allow Kirk Marble to get past Riley Maricchio. He is now in second. Riley back in third. Moniak now up 8 spots into fourth, but Michael Cray in the fight up 10 spots into sixth. Ed Sr. also on the move. He has quietly picked up 7 spots, putting him in 8th. Now remember, Sr. got caught up in some trouble early on. What a comeback. Vernon Spring and CJ Ullman back out on track. Stephen Choate now out on track. Vern now a couple laps down. CJ Ullman still about 4 laps down at the moment. Kyle choosing the outside line once again on the restart. Lights are out on the pace car. Everybody stacks back up, ready to go. That outside line does seem to have an advantage on the restarts. We'll see if Kyle and Moniak can get away quickly. Hey, good evening, Mark. How are you doing, buddy? Pace car in, green flag, back in the air. McRecken shoots clear. Moniak now battling with Kirk Marble for second. Moniak clears into second, out of turn 2. Riley Maricchio on the high side takes third. Kirk Marble back to fourth. Here comes Michael Cray, who's already picked up 10 spots tonight. Now looking underneath Scott Snodgrass. Edmund Jones has gone off track, no caution, as the battle is on for second place. Riley to the high side on Moniak. See if we can see what happened with Edmund Jones a moment ago. Edmund down on the bottom underneath his dad. Oh, Edmund drifts up into his dad, bounces off, ends up in the inside wall. He does recover, but did have to take it to pit road. And caution is back out. caution of the night, lap 49. Looks like Timmy Martin and David Lux involved. There's Timmy just ahead of Lux. They go off into 1 and 2. Oh, Lux just barely pushes up, and Timmy ends up backwards in the outside wall in turn 2. Both drivers do recover and get rolling again. Andrew Thornton is on pit road getting fresh tires. Stephen Choate in. Cody Kennedy is on pit road, as well as Michael Cray. And Matt Moniak just gave up second place to come in. Scott Snodgrass gave up fourth. Kyle Martin, Riley Maricchio, Kirk Marble, Chance Maderick, and Ed Sr. Now your top 5. You got to hand it to Sr. When his son bumped him, he got half sideways, pulled it back together, and held on to his position. Timmy Martin, Stephen Choate, Cody Kennedy, David Lux, Michael Cray rounding out the top 10. Well, Mark, can you take our heat wave, buddy? Because I don't like it. Oh man, I thought the UPS trucks did have AC now. Ed Sr. is coming to pit road. That is unexpected this late in a caution series, as the lights just went out on the pace car. Kyle choosing the high line for the restart once again. Here we go. Pace car is in. Green flag back in the air. Kyle Martin jumps back to the lead, but Riley doesn't let him get far. And look who is on their bumper after the early incident. Chance No Fender Full Sender Maderick is back in third. Kirk Marble now at 4th. Timmy Martin, great recovery, up to 5th. Kyle Martin, Riley Maricchio, Chance Maderick on a little bit of a breakaway. Kirk Marble kissing the wall out of 2. We have seen a lot of that tonight. And now Cody Kennedy has snuck his way into 5th. Chance Maderick just set the fastest lap of the night. But Kirk Marble, Cody Kennedy reunited. Watch as they work their way toward the leaders. But they better work quickly. Michael Cray up 10 spots now into 6th. The top 3 now have a 1 1/4 second lead as things settle in back behind. David Lux, who has been caught up in a lot of stuff tonight, now back up into 8th. He is fighting a little slow, and Scott gets underneath, and Andrew comes with him. Top 3 single file. Chance has not made a move yet. 20 to go. Riley Maricchio looking underneath McRecken to see if he can take the lead. Riley right to the bumper on McRecken. Hasn't bumped him yet, but man. Chance Maderick still lurking as they battle. Kirk and Cody trying to close in. Michael Cray starts looking underneath Cody. Meanwhile, Scott Snodgrass at his home track trying to move forward. Now back up into 7th. Whoa, he has to check up big time. Stephen Choate gets a little bit of a run into turn 3. But not enough. Scott pulls it off, and Andrew Thornton takes advantage of the open door. "15 laps ago, and Riley Maricchio has taken the lead for the first time here tonight." Riley trying to use every bit of the track, went high on the exit and opened the door. McRecken gets into him, gets a little squirrely. Vern Spring off track and slow. Quick update as well. Timmy Martin's crew chief, John Barry, has been fired. Expect to see John back, hopefully back in the car soon. Kyle still trying to make a move for the lead. They continue to pull away. The gap back to Kirk Marble. Cody, go! Holy cow, caution! Kirk hard to the inside wall. Kirk has towed it to pit road. And let's take a look at that one. There's Kirk and Cody coming out of turn 2. Kirk just gets loose, smacks the wall, and you see the right front wheel just separated. The left front is also broke. A heartbreak for Kirk. He had been fighting his way for, actually, he'd been holding on to that top 5 spot all night long. Word has it, John Barry will be back in the car next week for Bristol. That one is going to be fun. Bristol in these cars, man, non-stop excitement. Now, we don't have any broadcast tomorrow or Wednesday. We will be back Thursday night with Home Motorsports. However, you never know when I will just go hop in and go racing. Chance Maderick said it's getting hairy. Chance, don't text and drive, buddy. Chance said it's getting a little hairy up front. Now, with this caution, they have brought Cody Kennedy up 10 spots to 4th. Michael Cray up 11 spots into 5th. And Scott Snodgrass right back to their back bumpers. Riley Maricchio holds the lead. He pulled off the win last week. Can he do it again here tonight? And John Barry said McRecken for the win because he'll do McRecken things which would surprise absolutely nobody. McRecken appears to have had a connection problem. Here we go, green flag back in the air. Just a note, we currently have broadcast openings Tuesday and Wednesday nights, and we could even do a broadcast tonight on Mondays as long as it's done in time for Jones BS Racing. Kyle Martin is on pit road. 5 to go, caution. A lot of craziness going on here. David Lux, Andrew Thornton involved in the 5th caution of the night. There's Andrew just ahead. Oh, Lux gets into one, had a good run, but just got into the back bumper of Andrew Thornton. Oh, Andrew gets that bump from behind, does a 360. Timmy Martin he avoided everything the first half of the race, can't avoid anything in the second half. Jason Coleman, good evening, buddy. He is saying checkers or wreckers, and I think that's what Chance No Fender Full Sender Madrick was saying earlier. Chance Madrick, Riley Maricchio back at the front, battling for the win on a green-white checker. Now this will not get crazy at all. Riley Maricchio, Chance Madrick, Cody Kennedy, Scott Snodgrass, Michael Cray, your top 5, Stephen Choate, and Matt Moniak. The only other 2 cars on the lead lap. McRecken is back on pit road. McRecken is dropping positions. He is now back to 9th. The guy was battling for the win just a few laps ago. Lights are out on the pace car. They stack up side by side. Every seat is empty right now. All the fans are on their feet. Who's it gonna be? Here we go. Pace car headed into pit road. Green flag back in the air. Riley once again on the high side. Perfect restart. Chance Madrick full send through 1 and 2. Cody Kennedy coming underneath Scott to get to 3rd. White flag is out one more time around. Riley Maricchio has the lead into 3 and 4. Chance 1. Last send won't be enough. Riley Maricchio goes 2 in a row. Chance Madrick coming home in 2nd. Cody Kennedy pulls off a last lap move to take 3rd. And let's talk to our top three, starting with Cody Kennedy. Cody, that race got wild, but you managed to come home with the podium.
Yeah, that was crazy and messed up at the same time. I didn't think. Hold on. Let's see if I can. Sorry, they're talking in the game chat. Yeah, wasn't expecting to finish in the top 3, maybe top 10, top 5. I had like 2 minutes of option repairs after I got spun. So, yeah, I got pretty lucky tonight.
Well, there was a lot of excitement on track. You were able to capitalize on more than one occasion to fight your way back up there, and man, a great finish tonight.
Thanks. Yeah, it was not easy. I can tell you that. I'm just glad I got the Fabulous Comedy on the podium second week in a row again.
Well, great job, buddy. Congratulations.
Thank you, Doug.
Chance Matterick coming home in second. Chance, no fender, full sender. You come home in second.
Yep. If I wouldn't have got caught sleeping, me and Riley probably would have got DQ'd because there'd have been some beating and banging coming to the checkered.
I can imagine, man. You guys, the first part of this race was just wild until you guys had grip. You could see how much of a handful the car was, but as soon as you had grip, you guys were just gone, and it was insane the battling we saw tonight.
Oh, yeah, 100%. It was a good track. I just tried to ride probably the first third of the race to save tires, and then I took right sides. And after I took right sides, this car was a rocket ship.
It obviously was, man. You come home in second. Great to have you back in a Tour mod. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you, Doug. Glad to be back.
And finally, our winner, Riley Maricchio, back in victory lane for the second week in a row. Riley, 2 races, 2 wins.
Hey, Doug, how's it going?
It's good, buddy. Man, that was one heck of a run tonight. You had some close calls out there, but managed to have the speed when it counted.
Yeah, this is definitely a track I struggle is a good word for it. I'm not the best here, so coming into it, the beginning I started back in I think position 7, and I wanted to keep my nose clean and kind of just let people around me do some work for me, just take each other out or slide up, kill their tires, and eventually I kind of just slowly moved my way through the field. I had some good battles with Kyle Martin, but unfortunately he got X'd out. I had a good battle with Chance, had a good battle with Ed, but yeah, it was good overall.
Man, your second race, your second win, is this a sign of things to come?
Yeah, I mean, so far we're on a streak, but every streak comes to an end, so hopefully I can keep it going as long as I can. And just like to thank you, Doug, for doing these broadcasts, Ed for putting on a great league, and then EPI Setup Shops and Shred Some YouTube channel.
Well, great job tonight, buddy. Congratulations.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Riley Maricchio, 2 weeks in a row in victory lane, and wow, what an exciting race. If you missed a moment of it, we'll have it on YouTube here shortly. Make sure you check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. Guys, man, that was a lot of fun. We will see you tomorrow. We'll come up with something fun to do. Look forward to seeing you then. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a great night, everybody.